This is Kimberly Ray again. I told you that I would tell you why I thought Addison Sweet was a good thing for me personally, and why I've come to think of it as a gift. I used to live overseas. I went over wanting to do something amazing and wanting to do something great and significant because I thought that would make me significant. And I had been sick for a really long time, but nobody could figure it out. And when things got really bad and life-threatening, and I was in ICU, and we realized we couldn't live overseas anymore, I really felt shelved. I felt like I was done, and I felt useless, and like I guess I had lost my identity. Like, who was I if I couldn't be this amazing person doing amazing things and, rescuing people and all that kind of stuff? What was I if I was less than who I wanted to be? And I don't know about you, but I know we women tend to define ourselves by how much we accomplish, or, what we get done, or, what we do that matters, supposedly. And when I was laying there, in the MRI machine with fluid on my brain, wondering if I was going to die that day and everything, and through those long, hard, worst days of it, God really showed me that I had been trying to find my worth and my value in what I did, and He wanted me to find my worth and my value in Him, and in how He saw me, and the fact that the God of the universe made me in His image, and Jesus says I'm worth dying for, and that's the way God feels about you too. And so over those next few months and years when I was shut down and I couldn't be who I wanted to be, I came to grow okay with that and realized that that wasn't what mattered, how much I could accomplish, how much I could do, whether I felt like I was doing everything and doing it right, and whether my days were filled up with things that felt useful or not, that I had worth and value because of how God saw me. And that was a wonderful gift. I would have spent the rest of my life trying to chase down my own significance and trying to prove my worth. And maybe I would have done something really amazing, but it would have been for all the wrong reasons. And now, because of Addison and the other limitations that I have, I get to be an ambassador for those of us who are less, and I get to teach the message that that doesn't mean that you're less, because you can do less, that God still has immense value for you, and there's purpose in your life, and He has a future and a hope for you. And sometimes those of us that are sick can maybe point toward God even a little better than those who are well, doing all those wonderful things that I had planned on doing. And another reason I'm thankful for it is because I've discovered since then that I have several other conditions, and one of them particularly would have been a lot more miserable if I hadn't had the hydrocortisone that I got when I got diagnosed with Addison. It fixed so many of my problems, so many of my symptoms, and I still live with a lot of issues and chronic pain and other things, but I think I would have been completely debilitated by now if it hadn't been for the hydrocortisone. And so I'm really grateful for the Addisons because it actually made other things better. So the Lord is teaching me that sometimes what feels like a bad thing, there's a gift behind it. Always look for the gift. You'll find it. There's a gift there. And even in me being shut down and feeling useless, there was a gift in that too. Because now my family and I just moved recently to ministry and a mission that uses words to reach all over the world in all kinds of locations. And if you don't know me, I'm a writer. I love words. That's what I do. And so now I'm going to get to use the gift God has given me to reach actually more people than we ever could have if we had stayed doing what I thought would make me significant. So if you're in that shut down place, or you're feeling useless, or like your identity is gone and you don't know what's the point of what I'm going through, or even, my life at this point, don't despair. Don't give up. God has immense purpose for you. He has value. He values you greatly. He loves you. And He wants you in His family if you're not. And if you are, then you're His princess or His prince. And just don't give up. There's so much hope, and there's so much that He has for you. And I don't know. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to the scriptures and find Psalm 139, and in every spot where you see I or me or my, put your name in there and see what God thinks about you, and know that you are loved with an everlasting love.